So I finally got around to doing this video. I waited just because I didn't want to make it an emotional response and come off as like an angry black man. But we all know Kobe Bryant retired this past this past week. He scored 60 points, he shot 50 shots. We all know that to be true. And we all know Kobe Bryant snitched on Shaq when he said Shaq gets away with it when he was caught in in Colorado. But at the end of the day, when it's your time to shine, when it's your wedding day, when it's your graduation party, when it's your retirement party, you deserve that day for his accomplishments on the basketball court. He's third all time in points, 5 NBA championships. And for you to be belligerently disrespectful to a man who's accomplished so much on the basketball court, you're basically an asshole. Jason Whitlock went out of his way to disrespect Kobe Bryant. And what he's saying may be true. Yes, Kobe Bryant is self-absorbed. He's selfish. He comes off that way. I've been around him a few times. I've never hung out with Kobe Bryant. But when he's being praised for what he's done on the basketball court, 33,000 points past Michael Jordan, that's what should be recognized. If you see Shaq sitting courtside, why should you bring up the fact that he ratted on Shaq? He's self-absorbed. At the end of the day, you're self-absorbed because you knew you were going to get the attention that you desired. I without a doubt think Jason Whitlock is an asshole. I don't think what he did is for one good for the plight of black athletes. Two, when you're in a position that you're in, you have to have some form of decorum. If you want to talk about, you had 20 years, 20 years to talk about Kobe Bryant. But on this day, Kobe Bryant Day in the city of Los Angeles, where the Golden State Warriors broke the Chicago Bulls record. And yet, a man that's retiring overshadowed one of the most monumentous records in NBA history, 73 wins. Kobe Bryant dominates the headlines. But yet, you want to bring up old stuff that his own teammates aren't talking about. The people that he had riffs with are actually at the game or actually tweeting about him. So it's time, Jason Whitlock. You're doing the best you can. ESPN let you go. You were supposedly over Undisputed. I believe that was going to be about black culture and black sports that ESPN was going to run. They let you go, and now believe you're on Fox doing what you do. I'm just disappointed in you, Jason Whitlock. I think you're an asshole. I don't know if you have security issues. I have no idea. I know what you look like, but I'm not going to make this video about you being fat and out of shape. And this video is just about you being overtly disrespectful to a man that has generated so many tax dollars for the city of Los Angeles. And on one day where he's supposed to be praised, I think that it's time that you should just relax and let him have his day. You had 19 years and 364 days to talk about Kobe Bryant and talk about how disrespectful he was. But because you knew that you were going to get the attention that you wanted, you chose to do it on this day, and you got it. And now you have lost the respect of so many of your peers. They won't flat out tell you, I'm one of your peers. I've never met you. I'm in media, but however, you're on a bigger platform than I am, so your voice will come through many more speakers than mine will. But I hope you guys tweet this to him, Instagram, however. I hope he gets this message because I I would never do this to a man, not even my worst enemy. Let him have his day. Then, for something as monumentous as what Kobe Bryant done, just for what he's done on the basketball court and the tax revenue he's generated for the city of Los Angeles, is enough for Los Angeles to stop for one day and recognize him. Billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. Now, keep in mind, the LA Live was built on potentially earned income from the Kobe and Shaq era. Yes, we might have lost out on two, possibly three more championships with Kobe and Shaq. Yes, the Detroit Pistons shouldn't have beat us. That shouldn't have beat us. Meaning, I'm living in Los Angeles. Shouldn't have beat us that year because of what was going on in the locker room. But without Kobe and Shaq, do we have an LA Live? Do we have the Ritz-Carlton downtown as the Mecca of Los Angeles? Or as the Epic Center, not the Mecca, the Epic Center of Los Angeles? Um, so he deserves this. And I went to World Star Hip Hop and I listened to his video. The timing is just terrible. Let him have his day. Please let him have his day. I uh, it holds the same truth for many iconic figures. Like Martin Luther King Jr. Um, we know of his infidelities. Um, he wasn't the most perfect man, but he had a purpose in life, and he fulfilled his purpose. His purpose was to bridge the gap of race relations in America, and he absolutely did that. So he needs to be recognized on his day for doing that. We don't talk about John F. Kennedy, about all his infidelities and um, publicly disrespecting his wife, but he gets respected for being an ally to the minorities in America. You get what I'm saying? So, getting back to Jason Whitlock, pick your battles wisely because you're tuning off your audience. I really don't want to listen to what you have to say from this point on. I may gravitate back towards you if there's an issue that needs to be heard, and I want different perspectives. But in terms of watching your show and wanting to reach out and listen for your interviews, I think you've lost a few of us. So I wanted to make this video when I first heard this racially charged and be disrespectful to him and call him a fat ass and call him uh, that's the reason you got fired from ESPN. I wanted to do all that, but I said, I'm not gonna belittle him to make myself bigger. You are who you are. I am who I am. But Jason Whitlock, that day was the wrong day to do it. You had 19 years to disrespect Kobe Bryant and say who he was and what he is and what he means to you and what you ultimately feel about him. So what you said might or might not have been true. You just did it on the wrong day. It's like when Floyd Mayweather retired. Yes, we know all the issues, but on that night when he beat Andre Berto, that wasn't the night. That wasn't tonight. The night to talk about, oh, he went to jail. Oh, he was accused of hitting a woman. Oh, he burnt money in the club. No, dead all that. That man gave you 49 perfect nights. Respect that. When Michael Jordan retired, when the first retirement, I remember when Michael Jordan retired, I was, I was, and I was angry at Michael Jordan for not recognizing and or not being at the game. Um, but when Michael Jordan retired, we didn't talk about how he cheated on Juanita, how uh, he never spoke up on black issues in Chicago, which is now the epic center for black crimes and black murders in America today, and it was back then. Um, how he blackballed or ignored Craig Hodges when Craig Hodges is from Chicago. I didn't think of all that. I sat back and I was like, wow, he gave us his blood, sweat, and tears for this game, and it ultimately should be respected. At the time he retired, I believe he was second in scoring. I believe he was second in scoring behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Karl Malone has since passed him, and now Kobe Bryant. But that's the day he deserved to be respected. You had 10, 15 years to disrespect Michael Jordan. But on this day, he deserved to be respected on that great night in Utah. I'm sure Byron Russell would disagree, but that pose will forever be stained in my brain of that follow through. He slightly pushed off, yes. He stole the ball from Karl Malone, walked up, hit the pull up jump shot. I will forever remember that. And I didn't hear Jason Whitlock saying the same thing about Kobe Bryant that he said about Michael Jordan. So um, you're just an asshole, Jason Whitlock. And I don't wish death upon you or anything like that, but I just wish that you would just have the decorum, the respect that you have for your grandfather, the respect that you have for your father you, when you walk in their house. April 13th, I believe that day was the day you're walking in Kobe Bryant's house. The world is walking in Kobe Bryant's house, and he's welcoming everyone in. And you don't go in the living room and sit on your grandma's plastic couch. You go sit in the TV room, and you be respectful no matter how they raise your family, no matter if grandpa has a drink or two and sometimes he says things out of the ordinary or he may have cheated on your grandmother. But when you walk in their house on their 50th wedding anniversary, you sit still and you respect them. And I just believe on that day, Kobe Bryant deserved that respect. So this is Barbershop Conversations. I really want to hear what you guys have to think, uh, how you guys feel about it. I'm not sure if you guys have heard. I'll put the link in the description box so you guys can watch it. But Jason, what? Please tweet this to Jason Whitlock. I don't know if he'll watch it or listen to it, but I just think he's a flat out asshole. Um, and the world that he lives in is not where we should all reside. So, Barbershop Conversations. Appreciate you guys' support. And tweet this to Jason Whitlock so he can get it. And congratulations to Kobe Bryant. 20 years. I've always had the respect of Kobe Bryant on the court. Yes, I was perturbed when he said that about um, Shaquille O'Neal. I might have called him a bitch. But on April 13th, it was a day of recognition. And I'm glad Los Angeles came out and respected him. He had Clipper fans. And I even think the Utah Jazz players and coaches was rooting for Kobe Bryant on that night. You wanted him to make the shot when it was 95, 96, when he dribbled to the right, pulled up from 22 feet for that pull-up jump shot. You wanted him to make that shot and make the game-winning shot and make them two free throws to get 60 points. I know, don't lie. Salt Lake City was like, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe. So Barbershop Conversations. I want to end this video on a positive note. And talk to you guys soon. Peace, guys.